Hi, everyone. I'm going to talk about how to have difficult conversations. Oy vey, right? Um, so, this month, my theme of executive therapeutic coaching is all about communication. And so, of course, it would be coming up in my life and everybody's lives all around me. And I just want to share some really tried and true tips. Try and say that fast 10 times that I've used and I have taught clients for decades. That's my dog's little collar in the back, sweetheart. Shh. We're on live. Okay. So there's a whole body of work called nonviolent communication, and it's wonderful if you can pick up the book, read the book. It's pretty easy tips to learn. And what I love about it is it weaves together empathy and strategy. So just the most simplest basic form is when you do this, I feel like this. And so my request is this in the future. It's simple, it's easy, it's really wonderful to teach our kids too. They need tools, especially our teenagers need tools on how to communicate with each other, how to communicate with us. And I love the tool book of nonviolent communication. Today, what I want to share are really basic healthy tips for all relationships, right? Your personal relationships, professional relationships. And my first tip is really choosing a good time where the other person has capacity to talk. So don't bombard somebody with your difficult feelings or your difficult needs. Well, I don't really mean that your needs are difficult, but if you've got something that you're in conflict with the other person about, make sure you agree on a mutual time. And, certainly it's hard to muster up the courage to talk to the other person, especially when it's difficult. But it's so important to learn how to be courageous and vulnerable in our communication with others, especially our significant partners and primary family members. So the second tip is to be honest in a respectful way. It's not that you get to say I'm being honest with you. Like really own your opinion and your perspective and try and be gentle and respectful. I know that feels better on our end, right? When we receive that. The third tip is to acknowledge the other person's feelings and perspective in a respectful way, right? This is empathy. Empathy is not that you agree with the other person. It's not that you think they're right and you're wrong. Empathy is actually just putting yourself in their shoes. Show compassion, show empathy, show an understanding of, oh, that's what is going on for you. It doesn't mean that we have to agree. But so often in difficult conversations, the thing that happens is that we so want to be right and we so very much want to be understood that we're not truly listening to the other person. One of my favorite tips that I give my clients, especially the couples that I work with, have a place where you can write down and dump all of your true feelings, all of the ways that you know you're right. Just get it out, own it, claim it. Therefore, it won't come up in conversation. Does that make sense? So, for example, when I'm working with people on helping them get rid of their inner bully, the mean things they say to themselves, my favorite tip is to have a piece of paper near you, have a note on your iPad or on your computer, and call it your inner bully dump and let your inner bully out. Doesn't mean we have to believe our inner bully, right? So when we're having difficult conversations, find a place to get your perspective out, but don't expect the other person to agree with you. Stay on topic in the conversation. Like, put boundaries around it. Put like a sandbox has walls and boundaries so the sand stays contained. Keep your conversation contained to the one topic at hand. Don't go into the past. Don't pull in all the other things that have ever made you mad before. Be open to constructive criticism. Receive from the other person that which you could work on. And even if you don't agree, take notes about what they say or take in what they say and let the other person have the feeling that you're really listening and understanding. And lastly, the sixth step is find a place where you're in alignment and where you're in agreement. Find, if you can, a way to meet in the middle. I know that empathy is a key tool in having difficult conversations. It shows the other person that you're listening and that you're understanding and that you're not discounting what they have to say. All right, if I can help support in any other way, let me know. I love to coach individuals and groups and organizations. And so if you need any help, especially as we're transitioning, returning to work, we've all been through a lot, trauma actually. And so there's grief and loss and healing that needs to be done. And I'm here for all of it. Okay. Have a great day. Bye.